Brady back here with another video. And today we're playing this game called Sandspeil. So let me explain it first. So everything in the top is an element. There's wind. There's empty, which pretty much removes things. There's wall, which is indestructible. Here's all the elements. So wall is indestructible. Sand sinks in water. Water puts out fire. Stone forms arches. Folds under pressure. Ice freezes water, slippery. Gas, highly flammable. Cloner copies the first element it touches. Might eat wood and plant, but loves dust, slides on ice. Wood sturdy, but biodegradable. Plant thrives in wet environments. Fungus spreads over everything. Seed grows in sand. Fire, hot. Lava, flammable and heavy. Acid corrugors, destroys pretty much other elements. Dust, pretty but dangerously explosive. Oil produces smoke, and rocket explodes into copy of the first element it touches. So pretty much today we are going to be I've been playing this game for a little while, so I'm just going to be trying to find out what is cool's happening. So the first thing I want to show is very cool. Don't talk, Ethan, okay? Okay? And please don't go like, oh my god, that's actually disc bound in the background, okay? Just, and also you're meant to do the washing up. Right, so this is the first way of, sorry, I was just telling my brother not to talk. So, once this is all grown, because this is seed, it grows on sand, and I've got a little bit of sand down there. I want to show you something really cool. I'm just going to pause the video now. I forgot how long seed takes to grow. It takes ages. And if you add water to it, it makes it a bit more thicker, I think, but it makes it harder to burn. This is cool, so I've accidentally mixed in dust, and it's floating around the plants. But I'm going to set fire to the dust. Dust is very explosive, and it's made a big explosion. It's pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, that's nice. But, dang it. Just let that grow again. One thing is very cool. I'm going to write some words in this fire. I think that's cool. Anyways, yeah, so that's pretty much plant and stuff. Okay, so now let's test out dust. Something I found with dust is it's very explosive, and as it says that in the instruction manual, whatever it is very, and at the top, the different balls up the top are the amount of size you make everything. Yeah, pretty much it's very explosive. So let's just go through the different sizes. So that's a single ball of dust, and it's not going to do a lot of explosive damage. Just watch it slowly. Yeah, it didn't even explode, so there's the second ball. Oh no, that's why, because it's lava. Okay, that's the first ball of dust. Makes a small little ping there, see the fire coming out of that. The second biggest, not the second smallest, the next one on the walls. That's a small little explosion. The way they explode is so cool. And you can make bigger balls just by rolling them around. Alright, the next size. This is probably one of my favourites. Sizes of dust. Well, explosive balls, I think. I like it when they explode midair. Yeah, like that. Right, the next size up is the higher we go up, the more devastating these explosions will be. And the thing we're dropping the dust down onto is actually called lava, which is heavy but very hot. That's why all that black dust is there. So if we pause and cancel that, empty the background, see how it's all black? So pretty much fire, dust, and explosions will make an effect on the back of it. Cool, eh? So yeah, that's why it's black like that. So that's why it's all black on the background. So if I make some fires, pause and empty, the background of the fire happens there. So pretty much if we reset and go to wind, we can make, that's the wind making that. And if you want to see how powerful the wind is, just get some, yeah, that's pretty nice. Anyways, let's move on to water. Right, so I've made this fiery landscape, which pretty much means curves, and that means the fire burns a lot more instead of just a regular flame of fire, which I'll just show you now. That stops. So that's just a regular flame there. That's what happens when you have just a little bit of flame, but when you add a little hill, see that blackening flame? Yeah, that's what we're going for right now. So see all this black and stuff, so. And if you put oil over fire again, it'll just launch it all up into the sky. Which is why you don't put a cloner, putting oil over fire, otherwise that will go off and set fire to the cloner, which will make the cloner spit out fire. Just making the hills a bit deeper. There we go. Now, so I said we were going to test out water. So here comes the water. It will put these fires out instantly. Before that happens, make sure to subscribe. If you like Sandspeil, that's all. Sandspeil, this is called game, really fun game. And that water has put out the fires instantly. And oil floats in water, so that's why it's being lifted up to the surface. And more fire. But this time let's use a cloner, shall we? So the way to set up a cloner is just get the cloner, put it into a small thing, and plop the element you want it to do above. So then it'll spit it out downwards. And also, yeah, this is how cloners work. Hopefully, I teach you some basics on Sandspeil, because I really like Sandspeil, it's fun game. So now, let's just do another one. So we're going to do another cloner one, and this one is to set up a dust. So you know how dust is very flammable when it explodes, when it catches fire? Well, if you're smart, like me, you can put fire and dust on the same cloner. Just a repetitive thing. Put them down like this, otherwise if it falls, the fire will get to it first and whatever. So then, if you hit play, the dust will explode and it will start exploding. See it there making all that smoke? That's more explosions happening constantly. And something fun you can do, you can put wood over it, but because the fire's inside it, this wood's not going to last long. And because it's a cloner, it won't stop cloning even if you put the fire out. See, look at that. That's just exploding with flame. That's my cat. Next thing to look at. Shush, my cat. Fungus apparently eats everything, so if we put wood over it, see, like, it's eating it. So it will either, I want to see if it eat gas. Okay, no. But it is also highly flammable gas as well. Yeah, gas is flammable. But so is, fungus. So, Oh, Margot, you cat. Anyways, if we put fire around this thing, it's going to go up in a matter of seconds. I can help by doing something stupid. No, it's not helped at all. Anyways, another way of helping to burn things quicker. Set up a cloner inside it. Dust, as well as fire. It should explode and it's setting fire everywhere. And if you want me to try and put this out, you're welcome, I tried. I'm putting this fire out, nice. But unless the water's drained from that cloner's not going to work. See, look, the fire's still going. So you cannot stop a cloner. So now we're going to look at ice. Ice is pretty much a hybrid of water. If you put water on it, the ice will try and melt into it. And also mite slips on ice. Mite is a bug it eats. So ice can be turned back into water by explosions like that. That's the only way I know, but it will regrow in the water because small pixels of it still exist. Right, next we're going to look at stone. It's one of my favourites, but you can make arches. But personally, on my arches, if you do that, it will just dissolve, so you can just cut away at it, which is cool. But if there's nothing under it, it will just fold. See, it says it folds under pressure. So we can make this as skinny as possible. Which is very dangerous. And it said lava is very heavy. Oh no, the stone's falling. The way to fix that is do that. It's not very effective. So, as I need to now just remove this big chunk here. And remove all this, because this is not very helpful when you're doing experiments like this in Sandspeil. Sandspeil is that go-to game when I'm bored or want to see something satisfying, because there's a ton of satisfying things in this game. Yeah, okay, so I don't think that will work. But if we empty a small hole, there goes the stone. You need 2 holes in it for it to work, so. Yeah, that massacred it. Right, so now we're just going to look at rocket. So, I have missed out a few, but I'll go back to those quickly now. So, rocket, it will explode into air, the first element it touches. So, pretty much, if I put a solid that doesn't fall, like wood, it'll turn into wood. So eventually, after a long period of that, it will eventually become this, which is very weak and flammable, very flammable. I'm just going to lay a few bits of dust in there. Why not? The chain reaction of dust is insane, so you need at least a little bit sticking. So, if we set a small fire there, look at that fire just erupt all through that wood. That is insane. So pretty much, if we go back to the rocket, right, we can put literally anything in it. We can put solids, stone, gas, cloner, mite. You can't do cloner, but mite. Let's see mite next. But before we do that, I'll show you when some sand. Sand is not very exciting. It only sinks in water, that's the only thing it does. Stone turns to sand when you explode it, as such. This was one of my first things I did on Sandspeil. Build a cave and then just make little tables, beds, chairs, bookshelves, bits of wood, just to like make it like someone's living down here, and I'm trying to blow them out of their house. So pretty much all you need to do sometimes is just empty it. We need 2 cuts to make a full-on disappearing bit for a bit to completely go. That's pretty much what I did on my first time. Just crush the tables in that. It was fun, but when you explode it, it turns to sand. Stone goes to sand. So I'll just show you another example. Building a sandstone ball is harder than it looks, actually. Right, so we have a little compartment here. And when the dust touches the fire, this will all turn to sand. So this is sand. Sand can be created when stone is exploded or whatever. And you can also access it in the top as well. So that's some sand I'm putting in there. Anyways, that's sand. Now, let's quickly do might. Might eats wood and it eats stuff. It eats wood, dust. What was the other one? And plant. Which is pretty much just like... Plant is actually exciting. It thrives with water. Like it eats water and makes thicker plants, which is pretty nice. Plant is also flammable because the plant. So might. I'm going to give an example of might eating all of these using cloner, which is a very useful tool. You can make really big cloners like this. You can also make real big fire cloners. No, dust exploding cloner bits. Bang, bang, bang. So now you have a big tube cloner spitting out dust and fire. So that starts explosion. So I showed you this earlier, but this is a larger scale one. It's quite a big one. So if I just can... Oh wait, that was dust, not cloner. So we continue the cloner like this. You can just fill this all in. And look at it. Right, so now we'll just... Whoa, I've never seen anything like that. Right, so now we're just going to try an example of might eating these. So here's might eating wood. Oh no. I should have done this better. I'm going to fix that. Right, so now I've given every single one a different test tube, but I'm going to see if might eats ice. Okay, no, it doesn't. Good. So now I'm going to just... So here's it eating wood. It's very good at eating wood. It loves dust, so it's going to absolutely devour dust, but first let's let it eat some plants. To be honest, I need to make it bigger. Yeah. If you pause it, pop a bit of might down. Looks like that, but when you do it like this, it just turns into nothing. Just pretty confusing, but what's happening here? Oh, that might have been bits of the cloner, but anyways. See, the wood's gone, the plant's gone, everything's gone. Plant's pretty much gone. Now it's let it eat some dust. It absolutely devours dust, but one thing it doesn't like is fire. Oh, I didn't think that would happen. Well, I kind of did, but like, you know, right now to use a gas, it's a chain reaction thing, so if you set fire to it, here, bang, that will slowly spread. Slowly spreading there. So I can use this in different compartments, so it will spread through things, different things. And yeah, that's pretty much a gas. It's very flammable and stuff. Lastly, let's reset that. So I have like a little wood thing. I don't know what it is, or what I should do with it. Okay, here's Bob. Bob is not going to survive this, sadly, but I will save him somehow by being nice. Put a wall over. I'm putting a wall over his head. So now, well, actually, let's just put this guy called Jerry in our minds forever. And reset that again. So here we have a house. And if we use acid, it's going to absolutely eat everything. So it'll slowly disappear, though, as it eats stuff. It's better when it's on top of items. But if you spam it constantly, like I am now, you'll never have an end of acid. Pretty much it eats every... Oh dear. Oh dear. Sorry about that. Acid just eats everything, really. It's just impossible to destroy apart from burning it. Which I really wouldn't suggest in real life. Oh, what have I done? Destroy it. I didn't want it destroyed, but now I do because I screwed up. Anyways, nice. Thanks for watching this episode on pretty much Sandspeil. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next episode of Sandspeil, whatever. Yeah, I will hopefully do another video on this. If you guys like this game, you can get it on Chrome. It's called Sandspeil. It's no downloads. Pretty much, yeah, it's nice. It's on Chrome. Anyways, if you want to see more of my videos on, if you want to see some Incredibox, which is pretty much just like a music app, yeah, sure, go ahead, say I want to see your Incredibox in the comments because it's a very cool music thing. If you haven't seen it, just request it anyways. And I didn't show this, but wood's biodegradable, so if you put plant on it, it will grow on it, but plant is very flammable. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. I'll try and save the plant. Oh no, it's difficult fighting fire with plant. Actually, to end the episode, I'm gonna put out a fire. Casual fire. But that flame usually doesn't survive and it leaves us with a small little flame. So, yeah. That was easy. Right. I'll actually try. I won't put a clone in there. I need a bigger one. Not that big. Okay, yeah. Right. See how it just explodes everything. That's cool. Anyways, sorry, I'm just sidetracking now. Now, time to put out a fire. Wall is indestructible. You can't acid it. You can't just put acid in wall, actually. Unless you do that. You can't do acid in wall, dear. You can kill acid with other elements, but they don't, kill it. Acid tries and eats it, but because it's overwhelmed, it will not eat it. So, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.